Good morning everyone, welcome to the channel. The officers are 24/7. How are you all? So first of all, many congratulations to all the candidates who have cleared their paper in the first shift. So thank you so much for telling us the questions, like what questions have been asked, and also very congratulations to all of you. Now it's time to move forward and start your preparation for the PPB and AFM, because this is not the right time to rest now. Okay, so you have to be still, you have to continue your preparation, because next paper you have a PPB and AFM. So very congratulations. And those candidates who are going to give their exam in the next shift, second shift, I will tell you like very fast that what the questions have been asked. So one questions have been seen from the green bond. Green bond, you all know, is a type of a bond that you raise capital from the market only for environmental sectors or projects that is related to the environment. You are raising capital from the green bond. It can be issued by any corporate, any sovereign governments or any company. They can issue the green bonds. Second question was asked from the fiscal deficit. Fiscal deficit question was also asked. If I talk about the fiscal deficit, this is the deficit after budgetary deficit. So if the government faces loss in its expenditure and revenue, that is known as a deficit. Budgetary deficit, after budgetary deficit, government borrows the money from the foreign source, from home or from RBI, that will be counted as your fiscal deficit. And next question was asked around the currency note. One question was asked on the currency note. So if I talk about currency note, RBI has the right to print all the denomination of currency note except rupee 1 under section 22 of RBI Act 1934. Apart from that, currency notes are printed under the 4 presses in our country, and the coins will be minted in the 4 mints in our country. Apart from that, the demonetization rights stayed with the government of India. So Prime Minister can take this decision, but after consulting the governor of RBI. Apart from that, if I talk about the currency notes, the maximum denomination of currency that can be printed by RBI is 10,000 rupee note, and the first currency that RBI printed, that was 5 rupee note. Okay. Apart from that, next question was asked from the types of your REITs. Next question was asked from types of REITs. REIT is simply real estate investment trust. That's a type of a mutual funds which collects money from the people and invest in the which sector? In the real estate sector, that is the REIT. So types of REITs have been asked. So it has a 5 types. You have a retail, residential, okay, you have a office, and all these are the types of your REITs. Next, we have a question from the notice money. What is notice money? Notice money is simply a type of money market instrument that helps you out to raise capital from 2 to 14 days for all the banks. Okay, so notice money is a type of instrument in which interbank transaction can be done. 2 to 14 days money can be raised under the notice money. Apart from that, the next question have been asked from the microfinance. Microfinance father has been asked here. Mohammed Yunus is the father of microfinance, and it is a service in which you are providing the micro products of the banking, like the micro savings, micro insurance, micro product, or micro loan. It means micro credit you are providing. That is known as your microfinance. Apart from that, the next question was asked about Atal Pension Yojana. Next question was from Atal Pension Yojana. Atal Pension Yojana was introduced by Government of India in 2015 from Kolkata by Mr. Narendra Modi. Age limit here is 18 to 40 years, and from the age of 60 years you will start getting the pension per month of 1,000, 2,000, 3, 4 or 5,000 per month. Pension will be available. The pension amount depends on your contribution amount and your age. Okay. Apart from that, if I talk about the next question was asked from Pradhan Mantri Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana. So Pradhan Mantri Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana is the scheme in which you can take the insurance of 2 lakh rupees for your life insurance. And the age group to enroll in this scheme is 18 to 50 years. The premium you have to pay 436 rupees per annum, and it used to be 330. The old one is 330, new one is 436 rupees. Do remember that. Under the Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana, you will get the insurance claim in case of death. That will be 2 lakh rupees. And it was also launched in the same time, at the same time when the Atal Pension Yojana was launched, 2015 May. Now next we have a Pradhan Mantri Suraksha Bima Yojana. All these 3 schemes have been asked. All these 3 schemes have been launched together from Kolkata by Mr. Modi in May 2015. In Suraksha Bima Yojana, age limit is 18 to 70 years. You get here the insurance claim of 2 lakh rupees in case of death and in case of full disability. 1 lakh claim will be also available in case of partial disability. And the premium you have to pay here is 20 rupees per annum. The premium will be per annum. Do remember that. Apart from that, the next question have been asked from the BRDS, Bill Rediscounting Scheme. So BRDS scheme have been asked, in which you are rediscounting the bill that already a bank have been done that discounting. So that is known as bill discounting, bill rediscounting scheme, under which we use derivative usance promissory note. Okay. Apart from that, the next question have been asked from IE&IFS. In which one question have been asked about the sponsor limit. In sponsor investment limit have been asked. So sponsor investment limit we have discussed, that is 15% minimum. The sponsor have to invest minimum 15%, and apart from that it also asks apart from sponsor, it has asked what is the minimum limit to invest, that is 10,000 to 15,000 range. Okay, of minimum investment, and sponsor have to invest at least minimum 15% for the period of 3 years minimum. Yes, UAN have been asked universal account number that have a 12 digits. Hana, it's a 12-digit number. Next question was asked from the credit score. Credit score is provided by whom? Credit score is provided by credit information companies, and the score will be, the score range is between 300 to 900. So 2 questions. Not only 2, 3 questions have been asked from the credit score. First, who gives the credit score? Credit information companies. Second, it asks 300 to 900, what is the range of the score? And the third, which of the following is not a credit rating agency? Not a credit rating agency question have been asked. It means the certain option they have given you, and they were asking out of those which of the following is not a credit rating agency. Minimum time period for BRDS is 7 days. Okay, next we have, apart from that, next question was asked from NBFC MFI. NBFC MFI registered by whom? NBFC MFI registered by RBI, or they are supervised by RBI, regulated by RBI. This question was asked. FIMMDA was asked. FIMMDA is a self-regulatory organization that was established in 1998. It's a fixed income money market derivative association of India. It is what? It is your simple self-regulatory organization that helps the SEBI to manage the fixed income money market and derivative market. Okay. Now, apart from that, the next question was from NBFC. One question was from the NBFC also. What was the question? If you guys remember, do let me know. Then apart from that, one question was asked from bill discounting as well. Bill discounting was also asked. Right, bill discounting is simply when the banks provide funding to the customer on the receivables, on the documents, bill of exchange, etc. So bank is providing immediate cash here. Apart from that, the next question was asked from venture capital. Venture capital regulator is who? SEBI. Venture capital regulator is a SEBI, and venture capital are what? They are the capitalists who raise capital from the pool of people. They raise capital from the people and invest in the startup, in the unproven company. That's why they have a high risk, but apart from that, it also have a high return possibility. So that's the venture capitalist. Apart from that, next question was asked about short-term capital gain. So short-term capital gain is there. That is, if you have your capital, if you have your security with you for more than 3 years or up to 3 years, after that you sell that, so you have to pay the short-term capital gain tax. Okay, after 3 years, after taking the security with you for the 3 years and then you sell, you will have to pay the taxes on that. Apart from that, the next question was from the money multiplier. Money multiplier simply talks about, it talks about how money went from base money to the broad money. From M0 to M3, how it has raised, that was asked about. Okay. Very many congratulations, better being sir, congratulations for your score. That's the highest score till now, that is 73. A very congratulations to you. That I got here right now. So now if I talk about next question we have here, white label ATM. So if I talk about white label ATM are those ATM that is provided by the non-banking financial institution. The non-banking financial institution provides you the white label ATM like the IndiCash ATM provided by Tata. So that's the white label ATM. Apart from that, one question was from the PSL for small finance bank. A small finance bank will be providing the target. of PSL, like the RBI have given them the target. Total PSL will be 75%. Out of that, 18% will go to the agriculture. Out of 18%, 10% will go to the your sector, like small marginal farmers. Out of 75, next 7.5% will go to the micro enterprises, and next 12% will go to your weaker section. Okay, this is the target for small finance bank. Apart from that, next question was asked from economic reforms. So economic reforms, we have discussed what are the economic reforms. These are LPG, liberalization, privatization, globalization are the economic reform that we are talking about. That's the LPG. So one question was from the economic reform as well. Next question was asked from Narsimhan Committee 1. Narsimhan Committee was introduced. Narsimhan Committee was introduced for financial sector reform, and it have provided us the banking sector reform. Hana, it has provided us the banking sector reform. Okay, next. Apart from that, next question was asked from quaternary sector. Quaternary sector is a subsector of a tertiary sector. Hana, it is a subsector of tertiary sector. The other sector of tertiary sector is a quinary sector. Other sector of tertiary sector is a quinary sector. So it's a part of your tertiary sector. Okay, and the quaternary sector is also known as a knowledge sector. It is also known as a knowledge sector. SDG 17 goals, something have been asked from here. So sustainable development goals, if we talk about, it has 17 goals, 169 targets are there. So this have been asked. Okay, this have been asked. Apart from that, the next question was asked from the certificate of deposit. What is the minimum duration for certificate of deposit? 7 to 364 days is the duration for certificate of deposit. This is issued by the banks and financial institution. This is issued by whom? This is issued by the banks and financial institution. It is a secured instrument. Insurance ombudsman was also asked. Okay, one question was from the insurance ombudsman. If the amount of award has been asked, it was 30 lakhs. Hana, insurance ombudsman amount have been asked, and it was 30 lakhs. Apart from that, the next question was from something RBI committee members. RBI committee members. Okay, next question was from the RBI committee members. If someone remember here what actually the question was, do let me know, related to RBI committee members. Now next question was asked from Gati Shakti scheme. So we have discussed the Gati Shakti scheme. I have told you that this question was asked in May 2023 also. Hana, Gati Shakti was important for May 2023 also. It was asked today as well. So Gati Shakti is the scheme which provides a platform where all the 13 ministries come together, and it was introduced for what purpose? It was introduced so that the ministries and department will come on a certain single platform, and they will be easily able to pass the project or something. Hana? So that will help out in which sector? That will help out to make the infrastructure project and prior to their delay. Okay, that was the reason. Now sector wise FDI was asked. Sector wise FDI was asked. Okay, sector wise FDI was asked. If I talk about sector wise FDI, what is it? It is simply very simple concept that we know FDI have been different in the different sectors like insurance or public sector bank, private sector bank, white label ATM. CIC, every sector have a different FDI limit, foreign direct investment. Also, they have asked the routes. So if we talk about the routes of FDI, we have two routes, that is automatic route and your government approved route. Hana, first is automatic route, second is government approved route. These are the two types of route of your FDI. So if you do not remember the FDI limit, I have shared a document on the Telegram channel. Do make sure you revise that document before going. In that document, it is also mentioned what is your automatic sector, what is your government approved sector targets are. Next, apart from that, the next question was asked from monetary policy. What question was asked from monetary policy? Monetary policy aim have been asked. The monetary policy aim have been asked in the question. Okay. Apart from that, if we talk about next, the next question was from the RHP, Red Hiring Prospectus. Red Hiring Prospectus is an offer document. Hana, Red Hiring Prospectus is what? It is an offer document that let you know before investing in the company, like you should invest or not. Like it help you to take the sound decision for the investment in the sector, in a particular company's issue. But the difference is that in the Red Hiring Prospectus, the size of the issue, the amount of the issue and allotment size of your issue, or I can say the share price will not be disclosed. It will be disclosed after the bidding process ends. Okay. Now, one question was from the development financial institution. We know NABARD, SIDBI, IFCI, NAFID, these all are the development financial institution. One question was from there. Apart from that, prohibited acts of RBI was asked. If someone know the detail of this question, what was this question, let me know. Prohibited acts of RBI was asked. Next we have riskometer. Riskometer we have discussed in the last marathon only, in which we have discussed that it has a 6 levels. So level of risk it have been asked. So it have a level of risk, it have a 6 levels that we have discussed. Okay. Apart from that, we also have here that was merger. Bank of Baroda was merged with what? With Dena Bank, Vijaya Bank and your Bank of Baroda. They all have been merged together in 2019. So one question was asked from the merger as well. Apart from that, merchant banker category 1 was asked. Merchant bank have a 4 category. So merchant bank category was asked. Category 1. In the category 1, if we talk about merchant bank have what? Merchant bank have simply issue management responsibility. Apart from that, the next question was asked from ISLM. Investment savings and liquidity preference money supply curve have been asked here. One question was from this. One question was from the functions of RBI. Functions of RBI. So RBI presents a lot of function, banker to the government of India, banker to the banks. Apart from that, I can say RBI also perform the regulator of money market. It manages the NP and KYC. It formulates the monetary policy. It controls the money market. Apart from that, it manages the foreign exchange reserves as well. Okay, so all these are the functions of RBI that RBI perform. Apart from that, lender of last resort is also important function of RBI. And one question was asked from FTP. FTP stands for Foreign Trade Policy. Foreign Trade Policy will be prepared for 5 years. 2015 to 20 was the last 5-year policy. It is managed by Director General of Foreign Trade. DGFT manages the FTP. Do remember that. Apart from that, the next question have been asked from FII. Foreign institutional investment have been also asked. Someone is saying FII was asked. Okay, one function was from the ESG. ESG feature has been also asked. Okay, the ESG feature have been also asked. Multi-model we have done, commercial. Okay. GVA, gross value added have been also asked. Hana, gross value added is what? Gross value added is simply a calculation of the production in a country in a one financial year. That it does the production sector wise. So GDP gives us the overall production of your country in a financial year, but GVA gives us the data that will talks about sector wise. That is a gross value added. Apart from that, basket of currency was asked. Basket of currency was asked, and in case of basket of currency, how many currencies are there? 5 currencies are there. That is also known as SDR, special drawing rights. US dollar, euro, yen, pound, renminbi, that have been asked. Very good. E's have been also asked. Okay, E's have been also asked. E's 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, 4.0, 5.0. What was asked, Kartika sir? Let me know. Apart from that, the next question, if we talk about it, have been talked deficit financing. Deficit financing was also asked. If I talk about deficit financing, what is deficit financing? It is simply by when the government is facing, when the government needs a capital to raise from the market, government asks for a funding from RBI, from home or from abroad, or the different ways government used to raise the capital. So there are 3 financing source for government: domestic budgetary source, deficit financing, and third one is your foreign assistance. So one of them in deficit financing, it is the second most used way to raise capital for the government. The first one is, or the most resource that we use to raise capital, or that government used to raise capital, is domestic budgetary source. Okay, so there are 3 sources only. Apart from that, the next question was asked from factoring. One question was asked from factoring. Factoring is what? Factoring is simply a method in which what we are doing. Factoring is simply a process in which bank provide the immediate cash. Bank is providing immediate cash to the seller In case of the buyer have given a promissory note or a bill that is talking about making payment in the future. So for that purpose, when bank is providing you what? When the bank is providing you the immediate cash on the receivables of yours, that is known as factoring. Factoring had two types, that is recourse and non-recourse factoring. Recourse factoring is what? Recourse factoring is simply, sorry. Recourse factoring is your what? It is when you do not have, if in case of buyer defaults, in the recourse factoring, in case of buyer defaults, what happened? The seller have to return the money to the factor, which the seller have taken as an immediate cash, right? So seller have to do what? Seller have to return the capital to the bank if the buyer defaults. In non-recourse factoring, if buyer defaults, seller do not have to return the capital to the seller, to the bank, because the bank will bear the loss in case of non-recourse factoring. Congratulations, Vivek sir, and let me know what is your score. And if you remember certain question, do let me know. Apart from that, trades has been also asked. What is trades? Trades is simply your trade. The same, it is also a form of a factoring. It is what? It is a form of factoring, and if we talk about form of factoring, it is mainly a reverse factoring. It is mainly what? It is a reverse factoring. Hana, it is what? It is mainly a reverse factoring. Now if we talk about next, so it is same about, trades are same like a factoring, but only for micro, small, medium enterprises. Hana, only for micro, small, medium enterprises it was introduced. Okay, insurance penetration was also asked. Insurance penetration was also asked. Insurance penetration is what? When you calculate the insurance premium as a percent of your GDP. Hana, as a percentage of your GDP, that have been asked. 5 minutes. Clear? Notice money have been also asked. I think I have written this. One GDP was asked and notice money was also asked. Notice money is simply your, what is notice money? Notice money is simply when 2 to 14 days loan will be given to the banks with each other. That is known as your notice money. Apart from that, if I talk about GDP, GDP is a gross domestic product, that is money value of all final goods and services produced within the geographical boundary of a country during a financial year, that is the GDP. CIBIL score we have written 300 to 900 will be your CIBIL score. It is provided by credit rating agencies. Okay, so these are the questions that have been asked in your paper. So till now we have got around we have got around 60 questions. If someone else knows about the other questions also, please do let us know in the comment section, like what are the other 40 questions. We need other 40 questions as well to tell our other bankers who are going to give their paper in the second and third shift. Okay, so let me know. Match the following factor: forfeit, trades and bills of discounting. Okay, so one question was there from the match the following, that was asking about a factor, forfeit, trades, bill discounting. Okay, very good. So match the following, in the match the following they have asked 4 or 5 questions. Hana, in the single match the following they have asked 4 or 5 questions. And a green bond is simply a kind of a bond, that's a debt instrument by which you can raise capital, and that capital will be utilized. Hana, that capital will be utilized in the environmental or environment projects. Hana, like you are giving money to the renewable energy, you are using the money you raise from the green bond in the electric vehicles, because they are the sectors which supports environment. These are the green bonds. It can be issued by anyone. Demonetization declared by the Government of India. The Government of India, the Prime Minister have the right to announce the demonetization, but after discussion with the RBI Governor. So right answer is Prime Minister will do that. Atal Pension Yojana, age limit is 18 to 40 years. Okay, so these are the questions that have been asked. If you know any other question, let us know in the comment section. Apart from then, a very congratulations to all of you, Deepak sir, Kartika sir, and being better, very congratulations to all of you. I request to all of you, do let us know on the Telegram your score, so that we will be able to contact you for the congratulation and everything else. So first of all, congratulations to all who have cleared the exam, now who are going to give their exam. All the very best, be very calm, you will be easily qualifying this subject, do not worry about it. Whatever you have studied in the conceptual classes, in the practice classes, in the mock test, topic wise test, everything is useful. So do make sure you stay very calm, read all the questions. The language is a little bit tricky, but if you read it very carefully, you will be easily able to answer the question. One numerical question was there. What was the topic of numerical, ma'am? Let me know, please. So in the last class, in the last May 2023, we have 2 numericals. Today, we have 1 numerical in the first shift. And Gati Shakti scheme we have discussed already. Hana? Gati Shakti we have discussed already. So these are the total questions we have discussed. I will share this particular PDF on the Telegram as well to let you know what are the topics that have been asked. Apart from that, the answer will be, I am sharing after the 5 minutes of this session on the Telegram. If you want the answer, do let me know in the Telegram. I will be sharing there. And this is all for today. Thank you so much for joining the session. All the very best for the next attempt. And if you, after this session, if you remember any question, do let us know in the comment section. Also, let us know your score in the comment section, how much you score. So thank you everyone for joining the session, and take care and all the very best for the next session.